Getting set for week number 8 for the Lansing Keyhawks as they travel down to Easton Valley this week, recapping last week's game against Midland with head coach Chad Winters. And unfortunately, things didn't go your way from a result perspective. What were the takeaways from last week, Coach?
Our execution wasn't where we needed to be. Tough time with turnovers. Turned the ball over 5 times, four which resulted in them getting the ball inside our own 15-yard line. I think 3 of them were inside the 10. So you give opponents 4 short fields like that. We tacked on a pump block that we gave up as well. So it's a little bit shorter field for them there too. Didn't execute the way we needed to. That was the bottom line Friday night.
And little things like that, especially in an 8-man game, can take a game and turn it into the margin it was just like that, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's um played a pretty decent first quarter, had a good drive. We just couldn't punch it in there. Um Back and forth a little bit, and then we started turning the ball over in the second all the way through the third quarter, and that's when they just really blew the game open. Credit to them, they took advantage of it. They also made the plays. Got some guys playing some different positions that aren't used to handling the ball as much, aren't used to the mesh points we use. That led to it a little bit, but we just need to execute at a higher level.
And how many of these turnovers and things that happened to you, including the black punt, was Midland making good plays? How much of it was stuff that just little detail things that you need to do better?
Little bit of both. I don't want to take credit away from them because they did make some good plays. Uh, Fundamentals. That's been the whole focus the last couple of weeks. Last night was a real good night of practice, starting to carry it over. Um, we just need to get back to those fundamentals, focus on the things that we know we have done correctly in the past, and just for some reason it hasn't been carrying over the game the last couple of weeks.
And you mentioned you've been playing musical chairs at a few spots with kids that have gone down over these last couple of years. Has the song stopped yet, or is the tune still going?
I think it slowed down. So keeping guys in the same positions for a couple straight weeks here should help with getting them into the rhythm of what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it.
And this week, you head down to Easton Valley. Obviously, you know the challenge that's in front of you coming up this week. It's going to be your last game for a senior group. It's going to be your last opportunity to improve in a game sitting for your underneath kids. What's going to be you guys' approach to this week's game?
I, you know what you're getting when you play Easton Valley. The state champion runner up last year, had a couple real great games with them last year. They bring back some of those guys. They had a key injury with a Fuegan kid earlier in the year, so they had to shuffle some things around to move the Felke kid to quarterback. 18 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions on the year. You know what you're getting when they give the ball to Charlie Simpson. One of the hardest guys in not only 8-man, just in Iowa high school football to bring down. Goes 210, 215, incredible athlete. One guy's not going to consistently bring him down time and time again. So focus this week's been getting to the ball, make sure that we get multiple tacklers there, make sure that we're staying on blocks. Passing game ball's got to come out fast. They got some elite athletes that bring pressure, and if you don't do that, you're going backwards. And it's not a team that you want to face a 2nd and 15, 2nd and 20 type situation. That's not going to turn out well for you when you're playing Easton Valley.
I know over the last couple of weeks you talked about a lot of the focus just being on you guys. What do you want to see out of your team, independent of matching up against a very good opponent?
I want to see us execute. I want to see us value the ball. Linemen need to move their feet, stay on their blocks longer. Backs need to make sure that we're taking good angles when they're involved in the blocking scheme, running precise routes. Wide receivers getting their head around when they're supposed to be getting ball coming out on time. Those are things that we've really emphasized, and we want to see defensively. 8 guys getting to the football. making sure that we got multiple guys there ready to tackle, not assuming that your teammate's going to make the tackle. Don't take anything for granted in that regard. Just need to execute at a high level. That's what we're looking for.
All right, Coach. Hopefully you can end the season in the right way this Friday night. Keep your guys healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Thanks, Darren. Appreciate it.
Chad Winters, head coach of the Keyhawks.